Okay. I don't exactly know how to put this one, but I have a retarded plan. Alright, let's back this up to, when I graduated high school a few years ago. I was given, well, I had money set aside for school by my grandpa, I believe. Now, I was never going to go to a college, a traditional college. That shit just wasn't for me. I barely fucking passed high school. Not because I'm not smart, just because I so didn't give a shit. I mean, realistically, nothing you do in high school fucking matters, period. What matters is either college, that you graduated high school, or if you go into a trade school. Those are realistically the only three things that matter. Sure, there are other jobs that you can get that just require a portfolio, you showing you have skill. But most of the time, those jobs kind of require you to go to a college to get a piece of paper to prove you have the skill. Not showing, look, I can do this. Yeah. So, a few years after that, the money for school was just kind of given to me. I can't really say given, it was... The money was put away into stocks or whatever that kind of crap is, and the stocks went from me needing to go through someone to get them to I have direct access to them. The problem is, I was told that if I ever touch that money, I get kicked out of the house. Now, I'm not exactly stupid. I know exactly my living situation would be if I moved out of the house. I live in a pretty decent place right now, and working a barely minimum wage job, I wouldn't be able to afford to live anywhere that's decent. And seeing as any job I get would really go nowhere, this is probably the best I'm ever going to get. So, yeah. Looking at it realistically, I can't really fuck that up. But here's the thing. There is one thing that I want, more than anything else, that I've wanted for 8 fucking years. Now, the first thing I wanted this badly was probably a computer. I got that when I was in... I'd like to say 5th or 6th grade. Probably got it in 5th grade. Maybe 4th. I forget when I got a computer, but it was a long fucking time ago. It was, Pentium 2 333 megahertz. Yeah. Not exactly fast, but I believe it was one of the faster things you could have gotten at the time. Now, that's something that I was dreaming about for years, fucking years, before I actually got it. Then comes along, I learned that computers have different inputs to them. Namely, tablets. Penable tablets. Tablets where pen pressure, if you can see that. Oh, for fuck's sake, asshole. There you go. Different pressure points on a pen for an input. Now, amazing to me. I like drawing. I like doing shit on the computer. I like photo editing. Now, I am competent when it comes to photo editing. But using a mouse as an input for any kind of editing on a computer that's photo or anything like that, oh god, if you ever use a tablet, you can't go back to a mouse. You fucking can't. And yeah, I always wanted a tablet and I never knew it. Now, I am probably one of the cheapest motherfuckers on the planet, to the point where even buying a $1 video game that I know I'd like is a purchase I have to actually sink time into. It's the reason I still have money. Now, tablets have gotten me to spend $130 on them. That one that I just showed you is, I believe, $50. And the one I got before, which is even smaller, was, I believe, $60 or $75. Yeah. Now, this brings me to a point. I've wanted a tablet monitor for 8 years. At least 8 fucking years. When I first found out tablets, you could get a pennable display. Mind fucking blown. I've wanted one since then. So, first thing that I thought, you see, I wasn't told that if I touched the money, I'd be kicked out till after I learned I got the money. So I thought, the first thing I thought when I got that, when I was told I had that, Cintiq. I wanted a Wacom Cintiq monitor. Yeah. Realistically, it's just going to be a toy for me. I don't have a professional job with it, and it probably never will. Though, some of my skills I could probably sell for $50 a pop. I'm fairly good at editing photos. Anyway, it would realistically just be the most expensive fucking toy I ever bought. But to me, the money isn't real to me. I've never had it in my hands. All I have is paper every now and then that tells me how much I have. And I'm not allowed to even touch it unless I want to get kicked out, so... But about 2 years ago, my hands... they started giving out. At times, I can't even lift the weight of a soda without excruciating pain in my hands force me to drop the soda. So, yeah. And more recently, there's constant pain in my hands. It varies from day to day how much I feel it, but it's always there. And from what I'm reading online, no matter what I do, I'm going to probably have surgery as an option. I mean, sure, I could take pills, and I already do over-the-counter shit. Like this. Yeah, you'd think 500 would last longer than it does. But it doesn't. Now, I could get prescriptions, but insurance doesn't pay for them anymore. I have a whole nother video on insurance in general, but they will require me to pay about 30-40% of any procedure I get. So I looked online and found out that with insurance, anything that's probably wrong with my hands would cost $12,000 to fix. 30 to 40% of that is between $3,000 and $4,000, if I'm thinking right. So yeah, $3,000 to $5,000. So that's probably what I'll have to pay. Now, this is probably going to be the only expense that my money will actually be allowed to. I'll actually be allowed to take my money out for. And here's where I hold my hands hostage. Yes, that is my plan. I want a Cintiq monitor right fucking there. Here. I want to see it right fucking there. Before I would okay any form of them touching my money for any kind of surgery. And I am hoping for surgery at this point. My hands hurt, and if they get fixed, awesome. I no longer have painful hands, and it might blow up in my face, but I might get a Cintiq out of it. Something, like I said, I've wanted for 8 years. Now, there's really only 2 ways I'm getting a Cintiq monitor, because even if I worked my ass off for it, that's what, like $2,500? that would take me, what, 4 months to save up for minimum? Yeah, if I have to work for that money, it's expensive to the point where me being cheap comes into play. I probably wouldn't be able to spend money on it. But here's the thing. That stock money, like I said, it's not even real to me. I can't touch it. So, I'm not exactly cheap with what I could spend it on. That's really what I want. Christmas is always hard for me to ask for shit because I honestly have everything I want. I have a computer that works. I have more than everything. If I want a game, I can buy it. I don't need to have it brand new. Fuck, I can wait until a game is $2.50 to buy it. And I have. Oh, I have. God, I love how I can get shit really cheap if I wait. But yeah. I struggle every year thinking of a Christmas present because really, only things I want are, well, this year, 4 terabyte hard drive. Got that. Yeah, 4 terabyte hard drive. An off chance I'd want a high-end graphics card, but honestly, Witcher 2, that's really the only game I have that would push my graphics card. That pushes anything. It plays like shit on my computer. I don't know if it's the game, the graphics, or what, but there is an incredible amount of mouse lag that makes the game unplayable for me. Yeah. And honestly, for the last 8 years of Cintiq, it's always been about $1,000 for the bare minimum one, or $1,500 at one point, $2,000, now $2,500 for the one I want. There's one above it that's $3,600, but I don't give a fuck about touch. Oh god, I could not give a fuck about touch. The 2500 model has all of the hotkeys I would ever want in a monitor. It has a little thing that I can rotate around to be brush size. I could have it zoom. I could even have it so it rotates the fucking canvas. Now, like I said, I am not that great of an artist, but I'd like to get better. I do use it to edit photos a lot, and I am fairly good at that. I probably could sell my skill there, but I don't know how. And really the only way I'm going to be able to get this monitor is, let's say one of these videos blows up on YouTube and somehow I get, let's see here. How many views would I need to get? Like 30. Wait, I need 3. Divide that by 1. Divide that by 3 times that by 1,000. I need to hit 1,000, so 1,000. Really? Well, that's actually kind of a doable number, I think. I need to get about 1 million views on one of these videos to be able to pay for it with YouTube money. Really? Just 1 million? That shit's never gonna happen, but whatever. I would love to get one. Like I said, it's probably just gonna be a big toy, but I've always wanted one, and it's really the last thing I want. I don't have many. Literally, I have fucking every goddamn thing I want. And the one thing I have left that I want, I have the money for. I just can't fucking touch it. So, gonna hold my hands hostage and hope for the best. Just really hope that doesn't backfire in my face.